There's no need to drive around South Florida wasting valuable time looking for a new or certified pre-owned Acura. Go to the #1 volume sales dealership in the Southeast United States. Craig Zinn's Acura of Pembroke Pines. Purchase with pace and space in a dealership tailored to your needs. From home buying to providing that personal touch. Contact the 2020 Satisfaction Award winner Craig Zinn's Acura of Pembroke Pines. 888-776-5123. That's 888-776-5123. Or visit them at 15601 Pines Boulevard in Pembroke Pines.
For over 16 years, EJDconstruction.com has provided South Florida residents quality craftsmanship, accurate project management, and exceptional service. That's why EJDconstruction.com is an A-rated member of Angie's List and the Better Business Bureau. When you're looking for the right custom home builder for additions or home remodeling, please call my friend Eric at 305-433-4843. That's 305-433-4843 for EJDconstruction.com.
If you're a Miami sports fan, then there's only one store to go to, and that's Caneswear at Miami Fanwear in Davie. They're your one-stop shop for all your inner Miami CFs, Canes, Dolphins, Panthers, and Marlins merchandise. They have hats, t-shirts, game day jerseys, and so much more. Located at 2511 South University Drive in Davie, and open 24/7 online at caneswear.com or innermiamiwear.com. Call them at 954-835-5597. Caneswear, the spot where Inner Miami and all Miami sports fans shop.
Live. It is Tuesday night, June 20th, the year 2023. I am Sean Stanley. Mr. Frankie Frezko, how are you doing tonight, sir?
Hey, Sean, everything's good, man. I'm feeling a lot more better than what I was before. I was feeling pretty bad last time, so I'm feeling a lot better.
You look a lot better tonight, man.
Yep.
Not as white as you were last week. Don't forget you can get in on the chat. Just jump on in. Any questions, concerns, moans, groans, complaints, it doesn't matter. Jump on in the chat. It's an interactive show. We will EWD Jr. in there, and he says another Tuesday evening. Hey, Sean, Frankie, hope you are staying dry. I am. I'm in the house.
And it ain't raining around here, so
it thundered a little bit here. I don't know that it started coming down, though. I don't hear it hitting the outside, so I will say it's not raining here, but I'm probably 100% wrong, but I have not left my office since about 6:30. So,
gotcha.
So tonight we got NXT. Seth Rollins was scheduled to make an appearance on the Pat McAfee show. That did not happen. Paul Heyman showed up and introduced and said the pay-per-view Fastlane will be happening in Indianapolis. What a perfect spot for the Fastlane pay-per-view. And then, of course, tonight we find out on NXT, Braun Breaker is supposed to take on Seth Rollins. Will Seth Rollins be there? And Frankie, let's go ahead and start since it kind of rolls in with the Seth Rollins thing. I wanted to first to discuss with you the character shift of Finn Balor. Since he's got into the title picture, it's almost like a more edgier, I don't care anymore, like the demon style of Finn Balor, which I think he should have been I think that should have been his the whole time, especially since he joined Judgment Day. I felt he was a little bit too timid in the Judgment Day, like still trying to be the nice guy Finn Balor. And I like this Finn Balor. And then last night on Raw, of course, if you watched it, jumped on Seth Rollins from behind and took Seth Rollins out and laid him out all over the building until finally it wasn't. And then you had this 6-man tag at the end, Cody, KO, and Sami Zayn. Sorry, I almost forgot Sami Zayn against the Judgment Day of Dom, Finn Balor, and, of course, Damian Priest. So, to me, I like this edgier Finn Balor just because now, like, it's like I'm almost to the point now where I believe he'll do anything to beat Seth Rollins and take that World Heavyweight title.
I saw yesterday, I think it went overboard with the whole like stomping on him like three times.
It turned into the Cody Brock Lesnar thing. I mean,
yeah, like I get him where they did it maybe once and twice, but when he did it the third time, I was like, that's a little bit excessive. But no, I honestly haven't seen a big difference in my opinion. I think it's the same type of character, just a little bit more of an edgier.
He's more snap now with Seth, and I think maybe it's because of Seth Rollins throwing the salt in the wound, whereas, remember, he was the first Universal Champion, but he had to let go of the title the next night because Seth, of course, I believe it was his shoulder. He did the buckle bomb, but into the railing on the outside, and it separated and had surgery for Finn Balor, so he had to release the title right then. And, of course, Seth Rollins ended up, I believe, becoming the champion after that, I believe, on that SmackDown. So I do kind of like the way they've done the history thing into it. And I feel like it's amped up Seth Rollins just for the fact of the history.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly feel that, like what Josh said on the chat, he said that I think Finn Balor didn't need to be in a group. I think that's kind of where I think they're going with this, because I honestly feel that he could hold up on his own. I don't think he really needs.
Yeah, but I think he's ultimately going to become Judgment Day. I think him, JD, McDonough, I think Damian Priest is going to end up getting turned babyface again. I don't know if that's a good thing. I'm not going to. I love Damian Priest with everything they've done for him. I just don't know that. I mean, because I'm looking at the Judgment Day right now. If there's anybody in the group you're turning, it's Damian.
But why would they turn Damian? I think he's still pretty.
Who else you turning? You turning Finn Balor face?
No, you keep them all as heels. I don't understand why you would
the group and not have any. It can't be like, hey, Damian, would you mind leaving the group? Or Finn saying, hey, I'm leaving the group. Blood in, blood out, baby.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, that's true. But I mean, I don't see them leave. I don't see Finn leaving anytime soon, is what I'm trying to say. I think he's going to leave eventually, but not anytime soon. I think they're going to keep the Judgment Day going on for a while, and they're just going to keep going as long as they can.
Honestly, and this, man, I'm rolling right through my subjects. We might be in AEW in like 20 minutes, man. So this goes to my next subject, the men's Money in the Bank match.
Yeah.
All right, because I thought, honestly, that would start being the wrinkle in the Judgment Day. Not saying Finn doesn't have to win the belt. I'm saying Damian becomes the guy that can win the title whenever he wants. Finn, you can tell, wants that title. But if Finn loses the title and then Damian Priest wins the men's Money in the Bank, I thought that could be a little bit of the ruffling and a little thing to start being more, because you've seen, kind of him talking to JD McDonough in the back and the guys walk up. There's more Damian and Dom talking Spanish to each other. Not necessarily sure. Finn might know Spanish. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But it seems like they're starting to put little riffs there to where when they want to, they can just rip it and it be done.
Well, I thought the favorite for Money in the Bank was Santos Escobar. That was just my opinion, but
oh god, I knew he wasn't getting as soon as he put on the LWO shirt.
I mean, when he came out yesterday, I was like, "Wow, they let him speak." That's so funny. Yeah. At least they didn't let Butch speak.
No, that's why Butch running and just hit somebody. That's all good for. Run and hit somebody, buddy.
Well, I mean,
And by the way, Logan Paul has been added to the Money in the Bank. My thoughts on that was I wish they would have made him earn it a little bit more, but it is what it is. I am interested to see the high spot that they come up with for him and Ricochet with the ladders. Yeah, because that's more than likely why they did this. They were like, well, we got a big holy shit chant from you two at the Royal Rumble. Let's see what we do with ladders.
I want to see that. I definitely want to see them do something crazy like they did in Royal Rumble. But I agree with you, man. I don't think they should have let Logan Paul just walk in and give him that privilege of just getting into the match.
Hey, you've been gone for 3 months. Hey, welcome back. You're in the men's Money in the Bank. Somebody else got to earn it, but you get to go in because you're Logan Paul.
I think they dropped the ball with that. They should not have done that. They should have made him at least say, "Hey, look, we're gonna add one more participant and then have him fight."
You done the stupid old gimmick of the battle royal, and it's 10 guys and 9 entered, and all of a sudden they're like, "Wait, there's only been 9 entered. Where's the last one?" And then have Logan Paul cheat it and win it or something like that. I would have rather just seen him do something rather than just show up sitting on top of a ladder and being like, "I'm back and I'm in on Money in the Bank." But it is what it is. Nicholas said, shaking my head at giving Paul the ticket to participate at Money in the Bank so easily. Why do that? It's because they're WWE, man. It's because they're WWE and they think they can get.
But don't you think that you're gonna get? Don't you think you're gonna get the other wrestlers a little bit upset because he didn't earn it?
No, because I think they're used to these celebrity type, and plus we don't know what's going on behind the scenes. Maybe Logan Paul has been working and training with some guys or something, so it's not like now again, if he's just showing up and then boom, he's there and then he's not there for 6 months and then boom, he's back. That could get old real quick. But now the other thing I want to talk about, and Tua Time kind of jumped in there and said LA Knight, is the men's Money in the Bank match. You've got Ricochet, Nakamura, LA Knight, Santos Escobar, Butch, Damian Priest, and of course, Logan Paul. Now, before this was kind of how I was looking at this. I was like, all right, Damian Priest could win it because of what happened with Bad Bunny. You've got LA Knight, because of his popularity right now, a favorite, which right now I believe is the favorite in that match. And then you got, if you wanted to just throw it to a veteran and give it to Nakamura. Those were kind of the 3 I was leaning toward. Now I kind of think with Logan Paul and it, Nakamura's out, or even Damian Priest is out, and I believe it's going to be LA Knight or Logan Paul.
But did you see LA Knight yesterday on Monday night, yes. Man? I saw him. I don't know. I felt like he was trying too hard. He sounded like he was trying to be like The Rock. You didn't get that vibe?
That's all that's what he's been doing. He's done that forever.
I don't know.
Even before he was LA Knight, when he was this other guy, I forgot what his gimmick was before. Even when he was in NWA and everything, he's always been that guy.
I mean, his popularity is amazing. I like him. I'm starting to like him, but I don't know that I think yesterday's promo was kind of, I think he kind of like hesitated a little bit too when he was talking.
Well, you have 7 guys trying to time up when to talk, and also the other thing is, man, with Logan Paul, he just loves talking, man. Logan Paul will jump in there like when he's not supposed to. So.
Well, I mean,
I don't know where the thing was there.
It's not WWE's fault that they can't do like a 7-man talking thing, like AEW. AEW does a really good job with that. But you have
they can't do it.
You have Damian Priest, and I still think he should earn it. I think he should win, whether you like it or not. I think that's the angle they should take. I hope Logan Paul doesn't win it.
No, I think it's Damian Knight or LA Knight. I'm sorry, Damian Priest or LA Knight. One of the two.
Yeah, because they give it to Logan Paul, man. That's gonna suck. Like, I mean, I respect Logan Paul. I'm there to see Logan Paul do his acrobatics with.
Yeah, that's why I think he's in there. He's in there for that and just to get. And I believe Butch is in there. Butch and Santos are just in there to catch people as they fall from the ladder.
Whoa! Santos is gonna be there because Santos deserves it too. He has no opportunity of winning that though.
Not a single damn chance, buddy. When it was announced, I was like, okay, so Santos is the guy that's definitely not winning this.
He didn't even get a pop. Did you see
even with Butch? I'm like, Butch, what is Butch doing in here? It's like and this is one of the first Money in the Banks where I can be looking at everybody and kind of going, okay, there's only 3 guys that are probably winning this. Usually the Money in the Banks, you sit there and you look at it and you're like, okay, they could do this guy. They could do that guy. It's just not there, man. It's not.
It looked rough when they were talking. Like the ones that really knew how to talk was LA Knight, I guess Logan Paul, obviously, and Ricochet as well. So those 3 kind of like carried the conversation of that segment.
DJ, shut up, buddy. Just shut up.
They should put it on who?
Don't do it. Don't do it. I know what DJ Mimo's doing. He's trying to get you started.
I mean, those type of things is the type of things that I hope that they don't make those mistakes. I don't want to see Ricochet win it. I don't want to see Logan Paul win it. I wouldn't mind Shinsuke. I really like Shinsuke, and he just came back.
For the veteran portion of it, he would be a pick because he's been around so long and he's done other things. Sometimes they'll do that. They'll give it to the guy, and then again, because you've seen it before where they've done the Money in the Bank and cash in and lose, or they lose it to somebody else. Otis just recently, loses a match and the Money in the Bank goes over to somebody else.
You know what? I did see the comment from Memo.
Yeah, you did, didn't you?
I see where you're going. I wouldn't go that far though. I wouldn't go that far with his comment though. You guys already know what I think about Dom. So, but let's see. I mean, again, I hope they don't make that mistake. I hope they give it to Damian Priest. He deserves it. He had a great match in Backlash. He's been, momentum's kind of riding on him. So I hope they stick with that particular story and just go with him to win it. But we'll see, man. And Judgment Day is popping. I mean, you got Dom with Cody. You got Finn in the title match. I mean, you could probably have all 3 of them win. How about that?
Condom. You need to get protection for him.
And Ripley's fighting too.
Yeah, no. We're gonna see the other thing is, like, this Money in the Bank is. I'm looking at the card trying to figure out what's going to be there more than just. Again, you've got Finn. You've got they have added the Bloodline Civil War match. So, but there's not a lot of matches besides the Money in the Bank matches right now so far.
Well,
unless they added some that I didn't.
Well, you got the Money in the Bank of the women.
Yeah, the men and the women's Money in the Bank.
You got the Civil
Finn
War
against Seth.
Mm-hmm.
The Civil War.
And Cody and Dom.
Okay. I forgot about. I wasn't thinking about the Cody and the Dom.
That's it. Those are the only ones they got.
That's 5 matches you got right there, 5, 6, whatever it is. And so I think you're gonna probably get 1 or 2 more added. I gotta believe one of the women's titles are gonna be on the line.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta believe that way because Charlotte's actually getting a match on SmackDown, right?
Against Asuka?
No, with Rhea, right?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Wait a minute. No, Judgment Day. So no, I'm sorry, with Asuka. Yes, I'm sorry, with Asuka. Yes.
But wait, I think they were also picking up that didn't Bianca show up as well and try to?
Well, that's what I'm saying. She was like, "I'll be watching you next week when you take on." So I think something's going to happen there where you'll probably end up getting a triple threat, or I don't know. Hopefully they don't take the belt out of Asuka yet. I mean, maybe wait.
Don't give it a Charlotte. Don't give it a Charlotte. I'm tired of Charlotte.
Let's see. DJ Mimo says Drew needs to come back and F stuff up. We'll have to see, man. I don't know. They're playing that very close to the vest. Sean Frankie, am I the only one who is over Becky Lynch? I'm not feeling her anymore. She's annoying on the mic to me. Maybe I'm missing something. That's from Two a Time.
You know what? I really like Raquel Rodriguez, and I thought she was gonna win and get to the Money in the Bank. I wanted her to win, but man, this whole Trish and Becky, and I agree, man. And then in the backstage, she was talking about how everything's against her, like everybody hates her.
Oh, because right now you have Damage Control. They got 2 people in there, and then you've got the 2 Trish and Starks in there. So that's 4 out of the 6. I can't remember who's the other one.
Zelina's in there.
Okay, so you got Zelina and Becky.
Yeah,
that's your 6, right? Or is there 7? Is there one more still?
No, I got Io, Bailey, Zoe, Zelina, and Becky Lynch. Yeah. One.
And then Bailey in there too, right? You said Bailey or no?
Yeah, Bailey too. Yeah,
But Bailey's versing Shotzi this week on SmackDown.
and Trish.
She could lose her spot. So
Yes.
because Io was like, she accepts. I love that. I love what they're doing there. I do. But I don't know how long it's going to go.
You know what Memo says is true. Becky Lynch is my favorite female wrestler in WWE, and I actually do like her more than Britt Baker. I hope she does show up to the showcase that's gonna happen next month, because I really want to see her. I've never seen Becky Lynch before live.
I think the problem with Becky right now is they didn't really. They did the great story to turn her to the man, Becky Lynch, and then a better story to make her big time Becky. But what's the story this time? They've kind of presented her like Jay White. And I think they just thought that, it's Becky Lynch, so everybody's going to be on board with it because it's Becky Lynch. And I don't think it's hit everybody the same way because they don't look at it the same.
And I also I hope she doesn't win. I don't want her to win either. Yeah. I don't think she deserves it. All the odds stacked against her, she shouldn't win.
I'll tell you now, I think if Bailey wins, she wins it. If it's 2 Damage Control, Trish, Zoe, and Zelina, I think Becky wins that match.
I want Io Sky to win it. That's who I wanted to win.
Oh no, I would love that 100%.
I think she's the one that deserves to win it.
I think she deserves to win it too.
Yeah. So
if you did want to do the underdog story, and the only way that she would win the title, it'd be Zelina Vega.
Yeah, but
she's not winning the title any other way other than cashing it in. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one of those things to where, I think Io Sky can go. You look at Io Sky in there with everybody else, and you're like, okay, she could actually, mess around and pin one of them. You saw what she did with Bianca in that match there. And, so for me, it would, and again, I'm not saying Zelina's going to win it, but if they want to do like the old underdog, kind of like what happened with Liv, nobody thought she would ever win the title. And then she won the Money in the Bank, cashed it in, an hour later on Ronda after she was injured and ended up winning the championship. You know what I'm saying? They always do those. They seem to do that more with the women's title than they do with the men's title.
I don't know, man. I like Zelina, obviously, but I think she was they carried her character for a while after she won Queen of the Ring or whatever you call that. So then I don't think she deserves the Money in the Bank. So I don't think she's gonna win it. I honestly think I want Io Sky to win it, but I agree with you. I think if Bailey wins on Friday, I think Bailey's gonna win it.
I think if Bailey wins then she wins it. But then also, the only reason I say maybe Io doesn't win because Io would end up costing Bailey the chance because she agreed to the match, and I guarantee it during the ladder match somehow Bailey would end up costing Io.
The only other one that's
going to be the feud.
The only other one I could think of possibly winning it, a wild card, would be Trish. I think Trish would be another one that they might give it to her and win it. So.
Yeah, or I wonder if they could do the thing with Zoe Stark where she goes up and gets it and kind of just gives it to Trish.
That would be good.
Andre won the title and just gave it to the $1 Million or the $1 Million Man purchased the title from Andre. One of those things where it's like she's like, "Thank you, Trish," and just gives her the briefcase.
Yeah, it's like I don't want to reference it, but I am when Luchasaurus won the title, and then Christian was holding it the whole time.
Christian just didn't start celebrating with it like he won the damn thing. It wasn't like Luchasaurus gave it to him. Christian said, "Hey, come over here, let me get on your shoulders." That
was so funny. I was like, "Yo, I thought Luchasaurus was gonna get mad."
Dude, I was so pissed at that. But we'll talk about that when we get there.
Yeah.
DJ Mimo says, Tua Time actually said Io needs to win. Mimo says that time off from being pregnant, really, everyone forgot about her. I don't necessarily know that because you could have, when she first came back, I thought she was a little bit hot, but then it just kind of got stale, and then she went away, and then she came back again. Like, dude, wrestling, especially WWE, a lot of those fans, you're conditioned, man. You're conditioned.
I agree. I honestly feel that Zoe Stark is the only one that kind of looks like she's too green to win it. So that's why I don't think she's gonna win it. And I wouldn't see her
She's
going
gonna win it. You know that, right?
if she does, I'm gonna be so bad.
We're talking each other out of every other person.
Yeah.
And we're like, no, it can't be.
If we, I don't know if we're gonna do a show that night, but if we don't do a show, my pick, I'm gonna go right now and
no, don't do it yet. We're doing that next week. I will not be around for the first. I leave that whole week, the 1st through the 8th. I'll be on the West Coast.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah. The first week of July is family vacation time.
Nice
for the 4th and everything. DJ Mimo says, anyone else miss the random R-Truth 24/7 championship matches? I miss R-Truth, man. And today, I don't know if you saw on the Pat McAfee show, I didn't see the whole thing. I wasn't able to get through the whole thing. So pass along anything I just know Pac-Man asked him something about R-Truth, and Heyman was like, what the F did he just say?
Well, the thing is that Pac-Man didn't say his name correctly to begin with. Okay. So he goes in, he's like, he says rage or rage, something like that, he said. And then all of them were looking at him like, what are you talking about? And then that's when Paul Heyman was like, what the F are you talking about, bro? And then that's when Pat McAfee went and corrected him and said, yeah, he's asking about R-Truth. And then Paul Heyman is like, what the hell is he talking about, bro? Because he's like, it's still, who cares about R-Truth? Nobody cares about him. So like, who cares? But yeah, they did mention that actually in the Pat McAfee show today.
Dude, I love everything R-Truth does, man. Everything he does. The fact when he did the Royal Rumble match, he came running out there, grabbed the ladder, threw it up in the middle of the ring, ran to the top of it, and everybody's looking at him like, what the hell is he doing? He's looking around like, where? They're like, it's the Royal Rumble. And then even when the last time when he challenged Heyman, right? He was like, I'm going to be in the Royal Rumble because I'm going to throw you over the top rope. And Heyman's like, I'm not even in the damn thing. Brock Lesnar is. He's like, oh, my bad. I'm out. I'm officially withdrawing my name from the Royal Rumble.
We do miss that. We do miss those.
We need him back. And then Mr. Kennedy, rumors of returning. They're talking. I mean, listen, man. There's so many like rumors going around. Supposedly, Carlito canceled a booking in Canada because he signed to the WWE. Then Carlito was at
did he sign with WWE? I heard that was a rumor going on.
There's a rumor going around. Then he was at Hog, and he was like, the rumors are true. And then he said, yes, I taught El Hijo de Vikingo everything he knows, all his moves. And so got a little bit of a pop there and everything else. So we'll see, man. I just, when I look at it, I'm like, where does he go? Where does Carlito go? You're going to put him in the LWO for what? You're not even pushing the LWO.
Yeah. Put him in NXT.
Well, I mean, you know what though? If they're going to make that a standalone brand, that wouldn't be a bad thing to do. If they're going to make that a standalone brand, and if they're talking about bringing Kennedy back, dude, I used to look just for his entrances, man. When they used to lower the old school mic down and be like, "Mr. Kennedy."
How old is he? He's up there in age, right? He's up there.
They're up there, but I mean, dude, you're not going to put them in. You're bringing them on for name recognition and to put over the younger guys. That's it. Let's see here. Where are we at? Tua Time says, I think them turning her heel, I think meaning Becky Lynch, and then back to babyface after Vince left might have screwed her up. I think pushing her heel the whole time. I think that's, and I mean, you can't bring somebody back from being gone too and bring him back as heel. I mean, you just can't really.
Nah.
Karun says, if Chyna in her prime wrestled today, would she be average sized? Raquel and Rhea are huge. I'm forgetting others too. No, I think she'd be right in the boat with them.
Yeah.
She would be right there because again, you have to remember, like, Chyna stopped doing some of her heavy lifting.
You mean the steroids?
To look more feminine. She went back to, she started, toning, as you say.
And stopped taking steroids too.
Here we go.
Yeah, no, come on, man.
WWE had a hiring freeze. It's a hiring freeze depending on what they need to do. It depends on who asks and whatever. When Titus fell under the ring on the greatest Royal Rumble, that was one of the greatest things ever. And then when they redid it at the Royal Rumble, it was good too. But you knew it was coming because it's just Kennedy is 47, they're saying.
There you go.
47.
Yeah, he's up there. He's up there in age.
I said, I might have missed it, but how over is LA Knight right now? Chad is asking. Has to be the next Mr. Money in the Bank. We're saying it's either him or Damian Priest. That's our thought. Or at least I think that's. Find out our official prediction next week, by the way.
Yep.
Next week, find out who our next week's condition is. And we're going to save the other one because I think if we get into the other thing that I had brought up, it'll kind of get away maybe where we're heading as far as our pick. And I want our picks next week for the Money in the Bank, which is on July 1st, by the way. So Vince tearing his quads, running in the ring at the Royal Rumble. It topped Titus because of the issue that was going on at the time. Because Batista and John Cena both fell over the top rope. And he had to come out to correct it.
Yep.
And then he had to do it from sitting down. And everybody was kind of like, what the hell is going on? He couldn't stand up. So the fact that he had to restart it because, good God, I'm sorry. I don't know if you saw me.
Was that a lightning bolt?
That was a thunder.
Oh, man.
Or whatever, man. I'm sorry. I thought my house just blew up.
I thought that was Thor.
I was like, oh, they got pyro for me now, baby. What's up? Kennedy. But yeah, just the fact of when that happened, I think makes it probably one of the biggest things that happened in WWE. And two at a time. You ask, shall be. Oh, wait.
You didn't put it on, but I'm gonna bring it up. What you think about Ciampa coming back?
Yeah, well, I knew it. He's been there the last 2 weeks, but they didn't bring him out. I thought they were going to bring him out to do something with Gargano. I thought they were waiting for Gargano or something, but apparently. But then again, I mean, my understanding is Vince rewrote the beginning of the show.
He didn't
I don't know that Ciampa was originally going to be on there because it was supposed to be Seth against Miz.
He didn't get a pop. I mean, I was like, the crowd was
it's
dead.
One of those things, like it's one of those things you just saw your champion, the guy you were singing his song to, get beat up, laid out for 20 minutes, for 25 minutes, and then you're like, hey, by the way, Ciampa's back.
Yep. Yeah, it was kind of, yeah, you're right, man. When he came out running, bro, it was dead, and he kind of saw it too. He was like, damn.
Yeah, no, he tried. Again, man. I thought the match okay. Again, it got a little bit of the crowd back into it, but it's just one of those things. Like, you can't just go from that, go to a commercial break, come back, then he's kicking his ass in the backstage area, and then go to Miz in the ring, and then hit Ciampa's music. It's like, oh, like.
And that's another thing. Maybe there's not that many Ciampa fans out there.
No, I don't think he's that big yet because he's been injured. As soon as he starts getting a good run, he gets injured. That's his. He's the Tyler Hero of the WWE.
Oh,
as soon as it gets to the chance where he's going to be in the playoffs, he's out.
Oh, Ciampa, Tyler Hero, perfect. Every time I see Ciampa, I'm gonna think about Tyler Hero now.
That's it, baby hero.
Wow.
Now can I say it, or do you have more?
Shout out to my brother. Yeah, I can help you guys and like my new pin. I did add it on there.
I did see that. I was meant to say something, but I didn't know if you're. So now what do you got? You got another one to slide on and slide off when we do AEW?
Wait, I got another special one. Look. Oh, look at that.
What? The Universal for Raw there. All right, I like it.
We got both.
I got my AEW one right here. Okay. All right, I'm ready for AEW stuff too.
Yeah, so if we're gonna talk AEW, hold on, I gotta change it up.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time, as Two at Time pointed out, we need to talk AEW. I got some questions for Mr. AEW Frankie.
Well, before we talk about
now
AEW.
I do my cover for AEW.
Oh, no way. Wow. I'm gonna log out. I'm leaving. How dare you disrespect AEW like that, especially after such a really, really good show this past Saturday. Come on, man. How dare you do that? And Sean, are we doing it tonight? Are we finally gonna do a draft, an AEW draft?
We're doing the AEW draft. We can do that in a little bit, yeah.
All right, so we got AEW draft. I have some sneaky stuff to do if we do the AEW draft, just letting you guys know. So stick around, stick around. Um, let's talk a little bit about what happened on Saturday. Collision. Our boy CM Punk, he came back and he went ahead. Oh wait, Tua's already asking me about CM Punk. Hold on. He says, Frankie, how can CM Punk talk about people being soft when he's the one who got his feelings hurt during the Hangman promo? What a clown. All right. Hold on a second, Tua time. Let me tell you something. CM Punk didn't get his feelings hurt. Let me ask you something. If you are supposed to do a segue with another person and he throws off script and starts talking and making you feel like you're a heel, knowing that you're a baby face, and now he starts saying, hey, it's me and AEW against you, and I represent AEW. He's trying to make CM Punk look like he's the bad guy when he knows that he's been the baby face. Plus, on top of that, when he pushed CM Punk, that wasn't even on the script. So those type of things, what do you expect? You criticizing CM Punk, criticize Adam Page for being petty. Like, man the fuck up. If you're gonna go ahead and want to say something to CM Punk, don't do it in front of the crowd. Take him backstage and tell him in his face, and then whatever, instead of doing it right there in the crowd. That's why CM Punk had to come back and talk shit to him. And I apologize for my cursing, but it just got me riled up.
Did he talk shit to Hangman Page, or he talked shit when he wasn't there?
Well, no. Remember when he won when he did the promo when he called him out and said, "Hey, if you want to face me again, come out here." And then he, Hangman Page didn't come out at all, and then he left, and then he never showed up because that wasn't part of CM Punk's promo, because he went off script on that second promo that he did, and
CM
he was
Punk got the promo in the thing, and he went off script and called out Page, knowing Page wasn't there.
Exactly, but no, Page was there. He was backstage.
Page was not there.
Page was there.
No, he wasn't.
I thought I read he was there, and that he didn't come out.
He was asked to leave the building
before CM Punk.
Before that, because he didn't get cleared because he had a concussion.
I think
they called him out. He couldn't have worked.
Well, if I was Adam Page, I would have made my way back. I don't give a damn. If you're gonna insult me like that, I'll come back inside the building.
They all went wrong. Again, this is stuff, but also to me, it's on TK too. You just had this guy go off script, called out CM Punk. You know what you want the match to be. At that time, you sit him down and be like, "Hey, what the hell is going on here?"
Oh, absolutely.
We know what we want, but no, they let it go because, I got to kiss your ass, and I got to kiss your ass, and I want to be everybody's friend, and I don't want to make anybody upset because I'm Tony Khan. Unless I'm holding the microphone, then I talk with this because I can somehow, when I hold the microphone, my face don't move. But when I'm not talking, the thing goes everywhere.
Well, if there's somebody we're gonna blame here, it's obviously Tony Khan, because we know he's soft. He doesn't go and tell his wrestlers what to do. It's all started when CM Punk went afterwards in that interview after the pay-per-view and just he was telling Tony Khan, I got this, and Tony Khan would just stay quiet and would make those stupid faces and be like, oh, okay.
That's the thing though, is you sit there and you let the nuts run the asylum, man.
That I agree.
I'll tell you now, yes, I think WWE is wrong for how strict they ran it before, but when you see some of the childish shit that happens right now, like, okay, now I kind of get it a little bit, because again, how are you running a business and you got guys fighting each other in the back because one guy went off script on a promo and then he fired back, and then they say something else, and then they're biting each other's leg, and then it just, come on, man. You're supposed to be freaking professionals regardless.
But you want to know something?
Grown ass men and women, you're freaking professionals, and then it turns into this. It's like, and I get it, this is old news and whatever else, but it never should have got to that point because, again, you're professionals. We sat there, we watched the AEW All Access. You saw Sammy Guevara go up to Eddie Kingston and be like, hey, bro, we got problems. You see it happen all the time. Ruby Soho said to Ty Conte, if it happens again, then there's going to be issues.
Yeah,
but they had the match. And there was no, after the end, she was like, I'm sorry for everything that happened and this and that.
But it's their egos, man.
You gotta do backstage.
It's their egos, man. You know, with that EVP stuff that the Kenny Omega and the Elite and the Bucks think that they have authority over everybody else, and then they see that
CM Punk shut that shit down, the EVP shit early,
and then CM Punk is calling.
Stuff.
It's like CM Punk calling shots. They're like, yo, well, hold on a second. CM Punk is not an EVP. What the hell? But that was all happening. That's what happened. That's why the Elite
but here's
upset.
my thing. Here's my question to you, Mr. AEW. Who should have been allowed to call the shots? CM Punk or the EVPs?
Neither one of them. Tony Khan.
Well, but either way.
If you don't have Tony Khan,
if you're telling them, though, they are EVPs under that current contract, they're EVPs. They have a say.
Nah, screw that. If I'm Tony Khan,
screw what?
If I'm Tony Khan, I would have said, you know what? This EVP crap.
Screw that.
This EVP crap is done.
Well, like, you don't buy them out of their contract so that they're just performers.
No, but not okay. Yeah, that's okay. You could probably do that. I don't want to lose them either.
Dude,
I don't want to lose them either.
A contract saying I'm a manager,
but
I've got an employee telling me, no, I'm going to do this. And I'm going, no, we're doing this.
The thing is that I think where the issue here is that Tony Khan gave too much power to Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks and all them, and it came to the point. Yeah, that's the mistake. That's the mistake. You should have not done that. If you're an EVP, it should be for like certain things. It's not who calls the shots, who's gonna win, who's gonna lose. Not like that. That's Tony Khan's business.
Of that. It was none of that.
Well, they were all upset because Colt Cabana was getting pushed all the way out to Ring of Honor, and they were like, oh, they were blaming CM Punk, like if he had something to do with that crap, and he had nothing to do with that guy. That guy sucks. What do you want him to do?
But you're saying he had nothing to do with that. How do you know?
Oh, well, no. Well, because I'm in the. I have insiders.
I'm not saying that CM Punk went to Tony Khan and said, "Hey, I don't want Cabana on the same show."
You want to know something?
But if you know the past between these two guys. And guess what? Colt Cabana's a nobody on the radar.
AEW.
So what happened? Colt Cabana got pushed away because Tony Khan probably said, and then how does it look to everybody else? Because there's no damn communication. Oh, CM Punk got the guy that he doesn't like out.
Look, man.
CM Punk came in and ran everything.
CM Punk didn't come and run everything.
Oh, my God.
CM Punk came in and brought viewership.
Take off the rosy-colored AEW glasses.
I don't even have my glasses today, so no. This is the other thing you need to realize. AEW they should go ahead and you want to know what I was hoping they did? And it's crazy. And you're gonna probably go and tell me, Frankie, you're insane. I wanted them to have Colt Cabana show up in Collision. I really wanted it. Because not only do you bring Colt Cabana, who's a scrub, who nobody likes, who nobody knows, but you want to know something? Colt Cabana now becomes relevant in AEW, and now you have another person that you could use in addition to MJF on the Dynamite side to go ahead and promote it even more. Can you believe the fight that would be CM Punk against Colt Cabana, even though Colt Cabana is trash? And if CM Punk is smart, I think it's Chad. I think Chad was it or Tua. One of them said it. CM Punk knows how to sell. CM Punk knows drama sells. CM Punk knows people want to see drama. That's the only way you're gonna get more viewership. We were gonna talk about it now that we're talking a little bit about it, but the numbers for Collision versus the numbers in Dynamite. So what were the numbers in Collision, Sean?
It varied. I read 814 was the high is what I read. So I put that down. Some people had it as low as 713. Some had it as high as, 814. So I went with the high number, and Dynamite did 832.
Okay. So remember when we spoke on Saturday, I thought they were going to break over 1 million. Yeah. I honestly thought.
I thought that at the beginning, and then I thought about, no, there's life, man. To me, 800 is a strong number for a Saturday. I think that's a strong number.
I was disappointed. I thought they were going to at least break 1 mil because I figured CM Punk is coming out. He's going to talk trash, which he did, but it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. And if you think 814 was high for a Saturday, is that the limit? Where are they going to go? Because they're not going to usually. They have to do something different to go up.
The way I looked at it was this. You get 8:32 on Wednesdays. You get 8:14 on Saturdays. That's your diehards. That's your AEW diehards, man. You got to start again. Maybe the CM Punk thing maybe gets some casual fans, but again, you're going toward the diehards, and you know, for everything I think they're doing good, it's like, dude, you still haven't really. You're going to throw out this Wednesday is like all the Forbidden Door, and I get it. You're bringing them in early for the show so they can be on Dynamite and this and that because you want to make sure they're here for the pay-per-view. I understand, but you couldn't have played packages for some of these guys that were going to be showing up a week, 2 weeks ago. You know, hyping up that they're going to be on the show this Wednesday for 2 weeks. You couldn't have been saying, you know, whatever, Okada's going to be on the show to confront Bryan Danielson in 2 weeks or whatever. I feel like they missed that boat sometimes because they just think that, oh, we're wrestling and everybody's going to tune in. They have not captivated that casual wrestling fan.
I agree, but I will say this. That Collision show was probably one of the most organized shows that AEW has done. It didn't look rushed. It looked cohesive. It looked like they had actually put some thought into it. It looks like
they only did 7 matches.
But it went perfect. You didn't see them.
That's what I'm saying, though. It's not they weren't trying to put 10 pounds of shit in a 5-pound bag. Yeah, that's what I feel like Dynamite is every week.
And even Eric Bischoff came out to say it. He was like, "Yo, I'm actually impressed. They actually did a good show, and it made sense.
It ran good."
And that was another topic that we were going to talk about was that. And which I wanted to mention was blood. I think sometimes AEW gets too excessive with blood.
Because they want the exact opposite of WWE.
That show on Collision did not have a single drop of blood. The only one was a little bit from, I believe it was Warlow, who had a little bit of blood on his mouth, but that was actual, like he got hurt.
That was a hard way. That was a hard way. He got hit. It wasn't them.
But that wasn't a single like forced blood, like a Moxley bleeding to death, MJF bleeding from his mouth. None of that stuff. It was actually fun and a good show to actually see without any blood. That's what I enjoyed the most. The fact that they were able to run a show and they didn't have to go that extreme. And what you said, the casual fan, if you want to start catering to the younger generation, to the kids, to the 15, 16-year-olds and all that stuff, Collision is going to have to be the route. I think if you want to keep making it hardcore, make Dynamite the blood one, the glory one, the one that you want to go ahead and showcase all that stuff. And then the Collision one, you make it more family friendly, where you go ahead and you showcase these guys and you make sure that there's not that blood or anything to see how you could garnish and get more fans.
That's where I think wrestling has shifted, man. Is like, to me, there should be no blood on any of these shows on TV. Your blood is when you get to the pay-per-view and it's going, it means something, man. I mean, maybe you attack them and you leave them bloodied or whatever, or you can, however you want to do it. But there's no reason that a match on TV you need to bleed, man. Like,
no.
I mean, the thing that kills me also with AEW is they're doing these freaking, barbed wire matches on TV. And I get it. You do 4 pay-per-views a year. But then save that for the pay-per-view, man. Like, I don't understand why you have to have a barbed wire match on TV. Use your TV to get the casual wrestling fan in. Then if they want to pay the money to get the pay-per-view, they know what they're buying. They understand there's a barbed wire match, so there's probably going to be blood. There's this, so they're going to get. But when I'm flipping through the channel, I'm not expecting to see some guy blood dripping off way down his forehead for what?
And you know that they go ham because even at the last pay-per-view, when they had the Young Bucks and the guy, I don't remember which one, if it was Matt, I think it was Matt, who had his foot stomped on the thumbtacks. And I was like, bro, this is insane. Again, you want to go that overboard? That's fine. It's on a pay-per-view.
Yeah, it's a pay-per-view. You know what you're paying for. Look, if I'm ordering a pay-per-view, I know, hey, I get it. There might be blood there. But on regular TV every week doesn't have to have blood, man.
And that's the thing. That's the key thing that you're mentioning. Every week, you don't. Okay, you want to throw some blood on there? Okay, do it once in the blue moon. Do it once every month. You don't have to do it every Wednesday.
And make it make sense with a storyline that doesn't. I mean, for a while, Moxley was bleeding everybody he wrestled.
Do you
I think Evil Uno was bleeding? Time fighting Moxley. He's like, what the hell just happened here?
Moxley didn't bleed, and then Evil Uno bled, and he has a mask.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
And then, I mean, like, I get it. There are times for blood. There's plenty of times for blood. Sometimes I wish WWE would go back to where, for certain things. Like, I can't stand, I guess, with the big bars I can understand, maybe not but like when I see AEW and I see the cage, dude, look at those matches with Jericho and those guys, Inner Circle and what was MJF and them called? Jesus, why am I drawing a blank
Jericho
now?
Appreciation?
No. MJF, Wardlow, FTR, Pinnacle. The Pinnacle and the Inner Circle. Dude, they didn't bleed that much, man.
No, man, no. And
they were in a steel cage match and didn't bleed. Moxley's locking up with guys that side headlock and they pop his head like a pimple.
Did that MJF Adam Cole fight? Did MJF really need to bleed? No, it was a really good fight. Yeah. You didn't need to have MJF bleed. Why? That's where I think
the time where I would have had him bleed is when he got hit with the belt. That's when he would have, if he needed to bleed. I'm saying if he needed, because now boom, the belt hits him and he could be bleeding a little bit from there.
But that fight was so good and you had not seen Adam Cole versus MJF, so you're like, did you really need blood? There was no need for it, man. And that's the problem with AEW. I think they just want to go ahead and put blood. Like I said, Collision was the first show I've seen in a while that they do not have blood in it, and it actually went really well. And it was cohesive. You had Miro. I was happy to see El Idolo back.
Yeah,
that was
great. It wasn't rushed. It wasn't like, okay, get back to the back. We got an interview. Okay, now we're back out here. Oh, dude, on Dynamite, I don't think you get a break. Because every break is a damn picture-in-picture.
And then the other thing was they even did stuff that was like not even scheduled. When the Acclaim came out, Tony Schiavone was not supposed to scissor at that wasn't part of it. And because because they had such a good, like, I guess, vibe going on, they're like, okay, whatever, I'm gonna do it. And it worked. It worked like if it was scripted. And that's why I'm telling you.
Organically, and the crowd wanted it. They could feel it. And they're like, okay, let's do it. And it was there. Like, that's the little things that, like, yes, you can force stuff. And to me, blood is forcing stuff. Because whenever somebody starts bleeding, it's automatically forcing emotion. Whether you're like, oh, or oh, damn, he nailed it, or whatever. You're forcing the emotion. Whereas you saw everything that kind of happened on Collision, and I get it. It's Chicago, the home of CM Punk. But everything was organic on that night. Nothing was really forced a lot.
Nope.
So I think one of the things that they need to settle down and try to figure out is how they want to go forward.
Yeah.
As far as are you going to be, and I'm not saying be WWE. I'm not saying that. But you can cater more to casual wrestling fans. If you watched, why can't you take that blueprint of what you did on Collision and bring it toward what you're doing on Dynamite?
Yeah. But again, if they want to cater to their hardcore wrestlers, then leave Dynamite the way it is. And then the casual ones, the new ones, focus on the Collision.
You can still do when you cater to the hardcore fans, it's doing the Will Ospreay versus Kenny Omega. It's having, some guy show up out of the blue that half the people and, normal wrestling fans wouldn't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, those things you can still do, but I don't think you have to have exploding barbed wire matches and all this stuff when you have pay-per-view. I never have it. Like, to me, dude, you sit there and you watch, and I get
ECW.
Don't use blood and everything else, but dude, they do 5, 6, 7 hours of programming and nobody bleeds.
No. You
guys had 2 hours for the longest time, and half your roster was bleeding on those 2 hours.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. And I think that's where they need to get their stuff together, and they need to realize, hey, look, let's control the bleeding, because I think the bleeding is one thing that we don't. I think it's too excessive, especially when Moxley fights. It's crazy. It's insane. Yeah. So, but I think we've. I mean, just to kind of recap with the collision, I mean, the fight between Buddy Matthews and El Idolo delivered Sky Blue.
The figure eight at the end.
Yes, also for his wife.
Yeah.
Sky Blue and Willow Nightingale, they had she had a great pop. Did you see what was trending with Sky Blue? Did you see what was trending?
No, I did not.
So, what is Sky Blue known for besides her wrestling? It's her back end area.
Oh, yeah, with the picture. You see what color the ropes are?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So then
she's with, what's his name?
Fletcher.
Fletcher, yeah.
Yeah. So then the crazy thing is that everybody was looking at Sky Blue's booty because her booty was like popping. And you know what? She knows, and she was creative. What did she do? She went ahead and she was turning to the fans and she was winking at the fans. So she knows that obviously sex sells, and she knew that, hey, look, it's the Chicago crowd. I'm getting a pop. People are liking me. This is where I could blow up. And man, she delivered, and she got
viral. She's viral on that, and then now viral with the Kyle Fletcher stuff.
And then the other thing that I think you want to say something about it. It was the fight right after CM Punk's promo, which is our boy Luchasaurus with Christian,
man, dude, like
beating Wardlow. I was so happy to see Luchasaurus win it. I was happy.
Oh man,
talk to me. What's going on? Why were you upset that Wardlow took that L?
What did Wardlow do to TK? Like why can't he get the push and keep getting a push? Every time he gets a push, it's like boom, Samoa Joe beats him. He's gonna put boom, Luchasaurus beats him. It's like, bro, like this was the guy that 6 months ago was like destined to be him and MJF as the faces of AEW, and now the guy can't even beat a dinosaur.
Whoa. It's hard to beat dinosaurs. You know that.
Well, can I tell you something? Luchasaurus has never been a champion before.
I'm proud. I was happy that Luchasaurus won, and I think the thing that terrible, man, I think
I almost feel like right now Wardlow's gone.
Nah.
I almost feel that way.
Nah. Wardlow keeps winning that TNT belt. I think it's
what are you, the 20-time TNT champion?
Yeah, he keeps winning that.
That's gonna get you some ramen noodles.
Yeah, well, I was happy that Luchasaurus beat him. I don't want Wardlow to go anymore after that TNT belt. He doesn't need a belt. He's already a big star in AEW. If you want to push him, you start pushing him for the big belt. I don't think they're gonna do that, but
no, they're not. That's what I'm saying. Like, it just, to me, it's like, why have him lose? What? Because they're running it back, right?
I think the reason they made
Wardlow against Luchasaurus, right, or at some point, whatever the hell they're doing.
I think the reason they made him lose is because they wanted to keep the momentum going with CM Punk, so they were like, oh, what's a better way to go ahead and have the people still in tune to the show if Wardlow loses his belt to Luchasaurus? I think that's the real reason why they did it.
That's not good. It's dumb.
I think that's what they did, and I think was that the right call? We don't know. I thought Luchasaurus winning it is not bad.
It's cool if you're getting rid of Wardlow,
and he won.
If Wardlow disappears for the next 4 months, good call.
Hey, Christian grabbed that camera, broke that camera on Wardlow's head. That was what sold it. Like, how can you?
It almost reminds me that one time Hulk Hogan got the flame in his face from the photographer and Undertaker pinned him.
There you go. So how can Wardlow get up from getting smashed in the face with a camera? It's hard. You can't. But you just didn't want him to lose it. I'm fine with him losing it.
I just don't understand why. Like he's never held it for more than 2 months.
That's true.
You give him the belt, you take the belt. Give him the belt, take the belt. This is supposed to be a monster. How am I supposed to, when he pulls down the things and he's going to do the power bomb orchestra, I'm going to be like, yeah, right. Okay, buddy.
And you know what? Chad says it. Luchasaurus deserves a title. All he has had to go through. Of course. That's why I don't feel bad for Luchasaurus winning.
I'm saying that was bad booking to me to put him over on Wardlow the way they did.
I say it's fine. That was the feud that was going. Now, if they run it back, which they probably are, and then Wardlow beats him, I'm gonna be pissed because I don't think that makes.
You not ultimately think that's what's not gonna. That's
typically what's probably going to happen. But I
Listen,
hope that
then
doesn't happen.
2 months down the road, he'll lose to somebody else. Why not have Christian feud with Orange Cassidy? Why not finally take the international title off of Orange Cassidy and put that on Luchasaurus? Why do you got to take that title off Wardlow after he just got it? Like, it just, to me, it's just like you just bring down Wardlow. Like, you bring him up and you hype him up like he's this big monster, and you just keep losing.
I think the reason they don't make Orange Cassidy lose is because if you put Orange Cassidy's popularity and Wardlow's popularity, I think Wardlow has bigger fan base than Orange Cassidy, in my opinion. So I think that's why they don't have a problem with Wardlow losing a belt, while Orange Cassidy makes it entertaining and he's still relevant with the other one.
Yeah, but I think Orange Cassidy would be just as relevant without a title. Same with Wardlow. I don't think Wardlow needs a belt.
I don't think so, man. Wardlow has gotten better with the.
My whole thing with the thing is you can't keep doing like, here's the belt. Oh, you lose it in 2 months, and then expect me to believe that he's this monster.
But remember,
he's average.
Remember what you said. The belts don't mean anything, so it shouldn't matter.
I'm not saying that he needs
from one side or the other.
What I'm saying though is that you keep giving him a title. What's he going to be? The 16-time TNT champion? Well, like, I mean, it's not a world title.
Charlotte Flair's going for 15, isn't she?
Of the women's world title, not of the TNT title. He's not a 26-time Intercontinental champion.
I mean, like I said,
that's what he's going for. I mean, I'm better off Wardlow just being like, Luchasaurus, you're the better man. You took a camera to my head. I'm done with this feud. Because when they run it back, Wardlow's going to have to win.
Yeah. Well, no. Luchasaurus can still win. Luchasaurus can still take that dub. Why wouldn't he? And just move on. Wardlow will move on. Wardlow has enough star power to keep going with or without that belt. That's why I feel like...
Yes, but I don't want to see it again is what I'm saying. I don't want to see it again. Because if I see it again, it's going to make me even more mad because there's no way Karen says Orange Cassidy's better than Wardlow.
I don't know if Orange Cassidy's better.
He said Warlord. I'm guessing he means Warlord. I mean Wardlow. Sorry.
But I think the thing about Orange Cassidy is that he's gotten better ever since he won the belt. Like he's been more relevant.
I think he was over before that.
No. He's been more popular with the belt because of the belt.
He comes out, he does a little. He puts his hands in. Come on, man.
He's way better. He's gotten more fans ever since he became a champion. You know that. He's elevated that belt even more. Yeah. That's why
I agree 100% with that.
Orange Cassidy's better than Frankie. Get out of here, Karen. You're supposed 200%. To be on my team.
All right. Is it time? Are we doing this or are we not doing this?
Yeah, let's do it. Why not?
All right. So I'm gonna need everybody's help in the chat. You're gonna help me pick. Who am I? I'm Dynamite, right?
You want to be Dynamite or you want to be?
Well, apparently you wanted the other one. You already had the name up there and stuff. You know, you're like, I'm Collision.
Oh, I could always change it. You know, you tell me right now.
No, man, you go. You are the one, the only. You're the new guy. You're the Collision.
You want me to Collision? Okay, so I'll be.
I'm the Big Bang. I'm Dynamite.
There it is, Collision. I'm Collision right there. I
just changed it. And you can hear the booming going on around me. I'm Dynamite.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a draft. Now keep in mind, guys, we're doing a AEW draft because
Tony Khan's too scared to.
They wanted to split the roster. So this is not who we think is gonna be where. This is just who we want, who we would want in our show. That's how we're gonna treat it. So you don't even have.
Tony Khan's too scared. Tony Khan's too scared to break up the crew in a real hard draft. So he has to do a soft.
Can you at least put the AEW colors while we do the draft? Do you have it? Why not? No. We gotta put the AEW colors at least. Do you still have it? Or did you edit? Okay, there you go. Yes.
Or do you want this one?
No, because then we're being biased. We can't do that. We gotta go with the AEW.
We gotta go with the black and gold.
Yes, sir. All right. So how are we gonna do this? We're gonna do 5 rounds. And you could tell, guys, that Sean is not he didn't go above and beyond for the AEW draft. Of course not. So I'm gonna have to make it a little bit more entertaining for you guys, which I will. I will, sir. I will.
Oh, can't do anything there.
What?
I hit the wrong keyboard. I was trying to type something in and I hit the wrong keyboard.
No, you're good.
Trying to mess up the show.
You're still there. You're still
All right,
there.
we're good.
All right. So how many rounds we're gonna do? We're gonna do 5 rounds for AEW, correct?
Sure.
So in WWE, I picked first. So when it comes to AEW, we're gonna go with you. You go first. So it'll be what? First round would be you. Then I pick 2 back to back, and then you pick how was it?
It goes 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you would get the 5. You get 2 picks each round. So I'll get 1 and 3. You would get 2 and 4, but then you would get 5 and 7 the next round.
All right, hold on. So let me write this down. So 1 and 2.
I get 1, you get 2, I get 3, you get 4. Then in the second round, you get 5. So you get back to back 4th and 5th pick.
All right, so you just guide me because
every 4 picks. So
all right, so you're gonna go first. Round 1, I'm gonna write down who you're picking as well.
Okay.
And guys, help Sean because Sean is the type of person that doesn't want to tune into Rampage because it's taped, so he's probably missing out on some of the wrestlers that he could actually get. Now what we'll do is that if there's certain fighters, certain wrestlers that you pick, if you want to add a faction to them or something like that, like if they come with a faction, we could kind of like play with it and say, okay, yeah, he could come along with it or not. There's too many groups in AEW for us to just pick one person and then not bring the whole group, So
okay, so I can pick a whole group.
You could do that, or you could go with like depending on who you want. So you tell me.
All right, I'm going because I ain't taking no bitch. I'm taking the EVPs, baby, the elite.
God damn it! How dare you, sir? How dare you take the EVPs? Well, all right. So I'm gonna write this down. So you got the EVPs. All right. So with my pick, I pick CM Punk, sir. CM Punk is coming to Collision, sir. CM Punk. Yes, sir. What do you think about that?
Punk.
CM Punk, baby.
My EVPs. Was that the 3 of them or the 4 of them?
It would be 3 of them. So you get Kenny and Young Bucks.
All right. So with my third pick, you take CM Punk. I take MJF.
Not bad. Not bad. Let me write this down. So you're taking MJF?
Yes.
I go with my pick now. Or you still right? I go next. Yep. All right, sir. So I will go with Adam Cole, baby. Adam Cole comes to Collision.
You're just gonna pick everybody that you have stuff for right now?
No, I just have certain stuff available. So if I have certain stuff available, I'm gonna go ahead and pick them.
All right.
So Adam Cole comes with Britt Baker.
This guy making up stuff as we go. All right.
Well,
all right.
You don't think it's true?
No. You're up. You got 4th and 5th pick.
So I got back to back?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're in the second round now.
All right. So with my pick for Collision, hold on a second. Let me see where I have it. Do I have it somewhere?
This guy's picking everything that he's got.
Hold on.
For those just joining us, this is the draft for AEW. And here we go.
I have to change. I have to cut this off because I don't have any way to get rid of this crap. So by me cutting, no, I'm not gonna injure myself.
No, I ain't got workman's comp.
So that way I can scissor. So I take the Acclaim with my next pick at Collision.
All right, I take the House of Black with my next pick, and that includes Julia Hart.
That's not bad. I'm gonna actually take this off because this is hurting my arm hand.
I don't know how to rap, man.
All right, sir. So who's next? I got the next pick.
Yeah, well, you are next.
All right, sir.
And then I got the next 2 after that.
All right. So with my next pick, I have. Oh shit! Hold on a second. Sir.
Oh my goodness! It's gone black. The House of Black is attacked. Yes. Hope it's Buddy Murphy in them.
Sir, hold on. I think I'm having
Yes.
Power outage here. Power outage.
No, you're on. You're still good. You lost your video. We can hear you.
Okay, so with my next pick, I have Penta.
God.
Yes, sir. Penta,
Goodness
the
gracious.
Death Triangle.
This guy's like purchased everything you could buy here, huh?
Penta is part of the Death Triangle. So Penta, Ray Felix, and Pac will now be part of Collision, sir.
Oh, Jesus
Collision.
Christ.
What do you think about that, sir?
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Should I do the rest of the show with my mascara?
Yeah, why not? Why not? Well, you probably got other merchandise. You got it for your next picks, right? I mean, I got the next 2 picks, right?
Well, you decide what you want. I'm gonna keep my mascara and make sure you guys.
Let me see if I got anybody back here. If anybody that
my Penta, my Penta mascara.
No, don't have any AEW guys. None. No. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going with the Blackpool Combat Club, which includes Claudio Castagnoli, MJF. Let's see who else. Bryan Danielson and Wheeler Yuta.
That's not a bad pick.
That's not a bad pick. That's a fantastic pick. That's dynamite, baby. And I got another pick because it's my turn again.
All right, go for it, sir. We're waiting for it.
And with that, I take the best friends, which includes Orange Cassidy, baby.
Oh, man, that was a tough one. You know, I actually, hold on a second. Hold on a second. I actually was going to wear my denim jacket for Orange Cassidy, but screw that. We don't want that. We don't need Orange Cassidy. We're going to go with Luchasaurus and Christian as our next pick, sir. The TNT champions. How about that, sir? TNT champions, they're rolling with us, sir.
All right, then this is my pick, and then you've got the next 2, by the way, after this.
You haven't complimented on my mascara.
You look like I'm being told I'm crazy.
You are crazy because...
Yeah, but because I'm crazy because I'm winning this draft.
You're not crazy because you're
too busy trying on outfits and stuff, man.
Look at this mask. This mask is so legit.
What's your roster? What do you got?
My roster is legit. What are you talking about, sir?
For my next pick, I'm taking the Outcasts. Saraya, Tony Storm, Ruby Soho.
Not a bad pick. Not a bad pick. Okay. So the next pick is myself?
Yeah, you get the next 2 picks.
All right. So with my next pick, I go ahead and since you pick the Outcast, I will go ahead and pick because I already got Britt Baker. So I'm going to go ahead and pick Sky Blue and Willow Nightingale to be part of Collision, sir.
Good pick. Good pickup. Good pickup.
And then with our next pick, because CM Punk is with us. Hold on. I think I have them. Are they here?
This guy's got picks for every. Oh my God. Karen, thank you for.
There they are.
At least you know good wrestling talent. All right, taking FTR.
Yes, sir. We're taking FTR to Collision, sir. FTR joins Collision, sir.
Wow.
Stacked Collision right now. Stacked.
I don't know about stacked, but it's a pile.
Stacked.
Let's see here.
Along with my mascara.
Mm-hmm. Going through my list here. Going through my.
Sir, there's a time limit. If you can't pick, we move on to the next pick.
Hold on.
Yo, this mascara is pretty badass, right?
Sure. I mean, what do you? I got to see what you're doing next there. You know.
Nah, I'm running out of stuff.
I'm taking Samoa Joe.
That's a good one. Samoa Joe is not bad.
All right, you've got this pick, and then I've got the next 2.
All right, he lost the TNT belt. Might as well pick him. Wardlow is coming to Collision, sir. Wardlow. Look at that deep roster right now.
All right. And then I'm going on mine, and I'm taking the Jericho Appreciation Society.
Oh wow, that one's a good one. We had forgotten about
The JAS.
and he also comes along with Big O.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's true. That's true. And then also I am taking next is
Man, I'm starting to realize how hard it is to wrestle with these masks. Great.
it's pretty
Pretty intense.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take Keith Lee and Dustin Rhodes.
Those scrubs? Okay, cool. Because you
By the way, we are in the last round. You've got this pick. One more. I've got 19 and 21.
Okay, so let me see who I got.
18 and 20. So it's your pick, my pick, your pick, and then I end it.
Well, because you took the Chris Jericho Appreciation Society, I'm gonna go ahead and take Jeff Jarrett, Jay Lethal, Sanjay, and I forgot the tall guy's name.
Suitnam, whatever his name is.
Yeah, I picked them.
Okay.
They will be part of Collision.
I like it. Can't believe this guy fell all the way down to me at number 19. This is crazy.
Who?
Ricky Starks, baby.
Oh, wow, Ricky.
All right, your last pick of the draft, and then I got Mr. Irrelevant.
All right, we need some good guys on our side. I'm wearing a mask. I don't have a mask for him, but he paints his face all the time. I'm picking Darby Allin and Sting, baby, coming over to Collision, sir.
And who I'm picking for Mr. Irrelevant, but he is not irrelevant. Powerhouse Hobbs, baby.
Oh, wow, Powerhouse. You got to love Powerhouse.
And with him, I get QT and the whole QT TV.
Yeah, the girl.
Aaron Solo.
And the girl. I forgot her name.
So, yeah, so there we go. They are the irrelevant ones. There you go. The Dynamite that you want to watch. And then you got this guy over here with the AEW shop.
AEW shop. Okay, so you took one of my Kenny Omega.
AEWshop.com.
Kenny Omega. I had this one ready for Kenny. Here it is, Sean. Kenny Omega. Unfortunately, you've stolen from me.
What is this? Is that a sleep buddy? What is going on here, man? Did you just purchase everything at AEW shop? Did you buy the whole page?
Kenny Omega. No, this is
Kenny Omega's got red hair.
He does. He has apparently he has red hair on this one. But he's there. Thing. He actually talks too. He's not talking right now though. I don't know why. You see? Look, you heard him? Oh, you heard that? 1, 2, 3. The way we pinned you. Amazing, sir. Kenny Omega, part of the club. Honorable mention. There he is, sir. There he is.
Kenny Omega. Doing this show with a guy playing with dolls in a mask.
This is what in the background.
Digest has become.
You heard him in the background, sir. This is a Penta exclusive mask. I actually bought this all the way from Penta store, all the way in Mexico.
Penta.com?
It's in Mexico, actually. It's an authentic máscara.
Is it Penta.org? What is it?
I don't know exactly what it is. I would have to check his IG. He has it on his IG.
Oh my goodness, crazy. That's awesome. That's good stuff.
You like this mask? This mask is not bad.
Oh, I love his mask. I love his mask. I love Bandito's mask. I love those masks.
And you love Frankie Frezko's mask. Yes.
Yes, the Frankie Frezko mask is fantastic. It is.
No, but overall, we actually, if you look at our rosters are not bad for either one of us.
No, I almost feel like we have the rosters of what they.
It's pretty much the same. We have everything pretty much lined up.
You know what I do find interesting, and we haven't really talked about it when we did AEW, is supposedly CM Punk will be on the show tomorrow night on Dynamite.
Ooh.
Because they're still in Chicago, and the Bucks and Kenny Omega will not be there. They have pre-recorded whatever it is they're doing, so they will not be there. So there's talks that CM Punk will be at Dynamite tomorrow night. Now, whether that's just hubla to get people to tune in to see, or if he just shows up, talks real quick and leaves, I don't know what that's going to entail.
Well, I also heard that Soraya was going to be there.
But Soraya is going to, but she doesn't have, half the roster hating her right now. So.
Oh, no, I got to take my mask off.
They didn't have to make a whole nother show so that they could bring her back.
There you go. I could breathe. I could breathe again now.
There you go.
Jesus.
No, those nice. You should try ones when they have no mouth. Like the one I used to wear was a pantyhose. Like there was no holes.
So look at this. So it's actually authentic. It has actually the skulls on the side, which are pretty cool. So it was an arm and a leg too.
Oh, I'm sure.
Being an authentic mask. I know one of my friends from Australia. He's a big Penta fan, and he hit me up, and then he has one similar to this one, so he was kind of helping me out too.
Good deal. Awesome. All right, man. Show's not going to go that long this week, but what do you got for the performer of the week for you?
I don't have I don't have anybody in particular this week. I had her last week, but I did not mention her. Let me see if I still have the information. I should have her. Let me see. Hold on a second. Here she is. Okay, so she is her name is, hold on a second. Let me see. It says Sandra Gray. So
some good ass gear.
So it goes right along.
That's a good ass gear.
It goes right along with my mask. So Sandra Gray is actually the AEW person who's in charge of their wardrobe, and she was in charge. So she retired. So not only did she's done WWE before as well, right? If I'm not mistaken,
she's retired from making gear except for Cody.
Except for
making Cody's gear from now on.
Yeah. So
she make some extra. Like usually, if somebody needs something special, she'll go out of her way. She does all of Cody's robes by hand, just to give you an idea.
That's impressive
of the work that she does.
Yeah, I saw that she didn't retire this week. She retired last week. So I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah, I think last week at the end of the show is when they brought her out.
Yeah, so she's it kind of went with my whole mask thing, so I kind of wanted to give that a shout out because it's impressive, some of those stuff. I wonder, she doesn't do Seth Rollins stuff, does she?
No, I believe that's main event gear. Some of the main event gear does. I'm not saying that they didn't go to her, because maybe now with Cody being there, maybe they go to more to, I don't know now.
Yeah.
But he did do a lot of the main event gear stuff. This is where he used to. Don't know if that's still.
Yeah, so she is my performer of the week, I guess.
All right. And my performer of the week was whoever produced the AEW Collision show. I'm serious. I'm not trying to be funny on that. I thought that show went very well. It kind of flowed. It didn't look rushed. It flowed good. Was there some hiccups? Of course. It's live TV. Things are going to happen. Some shots weren't there, this and that. But as far as from match to whatever they were doing, it finally felt like a show that wasn't rushed, and I didn't have to figure out what the hell was going on. If I turned my head for a minute, I didn't miss 4 segments.
That is true.
Or four, things like that. So to me, and again, I don't know if it's. I know Tony Khan has a hand in it. I don't know if he's letting some of the other guys run certain shows. I'm sure he's got the final say in everything, which is rightfully so. But I hope they use it as I'm not saying follow it 100% on your Dynamites, but use it as a blueprint going forward. Try to pick up some new casual fans. You've got your 800, 900,000 diehards that are going to be with you every week. That's showing consistently on the numbers. If you want them to grow, and I get it, Warner Brothers is probably happy with those numbers because it's probably more than anything they're going to get on the show other than probably live sports. But as a company, and I'm not even saying to go and sit here and be like, oh, competition and compete, just to grow, man. Don't you want to see? You guys went from nothing to something, and now you have the opportunity to grow if you just do it properly, I feel. because you got the talent on the roster is not your issue. Now, could you bleed a little less and some other things? Of course. But to me, it's more down to how everything is shown. You almost have to, be on drugs to follow the show. It's just all over the place.
I agree.
And watching that Collision show, I said, this is the formula. Yep. And it's 2 hours. So why not try to follow that formula with the other show as well? So
now, do you think they should do that formula also for Rampage?
Can't. Because what they do is they record like 4 or 5 matches and they can cut them down to where they can fit in an hour.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, same thing with like Ring of Honor. Ring of Honor today was 13 matches, man. 13 matches on Ring of Honor today.
Wow.
Like, oh, okay. But so what they do is they just take all the matches and then cut them up to where you can probably watch 13 matches in an hour, which you can do. But on live TV, and that's something where maybe that's what some of the disconnect is with TK is he's writing live TV, but maybe it's coming off like they're going to be able to record it and cut it, and they can't. And it's just one thing after another. Like, I mean, hell, what I wanted to call him El Generico, not Generico, Excalibur. He's got to say like the next 5 weeks cards in like 26 seconds. It's become a game show now for people. Some people are drinking while he's doing it as a drinking game because they know it's coming up at the end of the show, right before the main event. He's always got to do it about what's coming up, and he's got to do it in like 40-something seconds.
Yeah, he always has to push.
Yeah, and that's how rushed that is. And it's crazy to me. But I did think that Collision was a good step, man. And I'm not saying that every Dynamite's bad. I thought this last Dynamite was decent. It still had its times where it was like, well, but then it got pulled back in. I think maybe with the MJF Adam Cole match and the things like that kind of brought it back to down. But I just hope they use it as possibly a blueprint to going forward to maybe, you don't need the blood. You don't need there was no cage matches on that show. There was no, and you still told stories in the ring. You still had, everything laid out, and we'll see, man. We'll see going forward. I just hope they learn from that.
I think if they go in that direction, I think they'll gain more fans overall, and they'll grow, which is good. It's always good to have more than one wrestling company out there, No,
and I'm not saying that AEW is going anywhere. I'm just saying you consistently hit the 813, 830. You're consistently hitting that. You obviously have those hardcore fans. Those are your hardcore fans. Now, will it drop down if some of them don't tune in? Yes, but that's why the casual wrestling fan is so important, because when those guys can't watch it, the casual wrestling fans are filling in those numbers. Do you think there's 2.4 million people that like WWE? No, but SmackDown has 2.4 as a number because it's casual. They go there to get entertained. Is it the greatest stuff? No. But you know what? They keep them entertained for those 2 hours, and then the numbers hit. Raw gets a little bit thrown off because it's 3 hours, and usually half the people don't watch the last hour unless it's something crazy, or they might tune in back at the last of the things. So you get there, but they still did a 1.8.
It's not bad.
Last show. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So, it's just, to me, it's the casual wrestling fans that they have to hit. They have their hardcore fans. They're not going to leave them.
No.
You can see it consistently. 813s, 830s, that's about where you're at. Now, can you grow from that? And CM Punk's not going to be that guy anymore, I don't think either.
No.
He's got a little bit of a lure to him, but he's also, I think he's damaged in a way too, because either until you figure out what you're going to do, you turn him heel to feud with the Elite, or you turn the Elite heel and feud with him, then it'll blow up.
Well, look how the Chicago crowd was saying F you to the Elite.
Yeah. No.
So I would assume the Elite would be the heel. And
if you're in Chicago.
Well, we're gonna find out how the crowd takes CM Punk. I still think
They're in
CM Punk.
Chicago still this week too. Dynamite's in Chicago.
Yeah, no, but moving forward after they leave Chicago,
They need to see who takes what, because again, both sides were mudslinging. So who's got what?
people are gonna pick and choose, man. For me, man, I like CM Punk, man. I thought CM Punk did the right thing. I think CM Punk. I know that he's not perfect, and I know a lot of people might call him like he's a whiner and he wants everything to go his way. But overall, I honestly feel that CM Punk knows the business and he wants to grow AEW. If he didn't want to grow AEW, he would have never came back. And I think that's the thing about CM Punk that I like the most. The fact that he's willing to come and work and make AEW. And yes, even though he sometimes can come across as like an arrogant mother skunt, he brings views, he brings viewership, and I think the only thing that CM Punk and AEW needs to do is capitalize on these stories. They have so much potential. They could have, like I told you, they could bring Colt Cabana, make him actually relevant just by bringing him. Now I don't know.
They're not gonna do there is again, I don't know how much again, because like I say about wrestling, it's believe half of what you see and nothing of what you hear.
True.
But those two are pretty much, they were the tightest of friends and they became just as tight enemies.
Yeah. But
because of the situation that happened.
it would be a perfect storyline to bring him on board. But I know CM Punk, knowing CM Punk, he probably doesn't want to get him over because they're like, yo, he's irrelevant. Why the hell do I want to get this guy and I hate him? Why am I going to make him famous?
That's where it goes back to, does he really then want to work with everybody? Does he really want to elevate everybody? Because again, that's my problem. And look, I don't have an issue with CM Punk and everything else like there, but at the same time, like you're professionals. You have a locker room. You're supposed to be a locker room leader. The other ones are EVPs. They should be locker room leaders. And you are the 4 or 5 people that are fighting, fist fighting in a locker room after a pay-per-view with a media scrum going on where everybody can see it. I honestly thought this whole thing was a setup to start an angle going. I never in 100 million years thought that these guys would really be fist fighting and grabbing each other's and biting ankles and hitting dogs. And I mean, come on, man.
Yeah.
And to me, I look, man, the fact that, and I get CM Punk was injured, but the fact that the Elite came back quicker than CM Punk on TV. And I get that he was injured, but you could have brought him back and you could have done other things with him, put him at the announce table or whatever as he healed up and things like that. The fact that he was kept away for so long, to me, tells me that Tony and them kind of sided more with the way everything went down with the Elite.
Yes, and for me, yes and no, because again, he came back. If he would have never came back,
do you know how much stuff they had to have him sign a non-disparaging agreement? I mean, do you think that they really trust CM Punk? If you have him signing that, you feel that he's a loose cannon. You feel that he's a loose cannon. If you have him signing a document that says you cannot say any disparaging remarks about the company you work for, the company that's paying you. I mean, did the Elite sign that?
No. Well, only time will tell, man. I think overall, in general, hopefully they get
like we both say. If they can work together and turn this in, it's money. To me, it's money. Now, will it be 1.7s, 1.8 on TV? Maybe not, but it can be some good box offices at some pay-per-views.
Yeah. But yeah, man. Besides that, I'm watching a little bit of NXT now. I haven't seen Seth. Have you?
No, they're just showing him getting attacked by probably the main event or whatever. They just had Corbin on there. So want to thank Karen, Chad, Nicholas, as always, my man. Tua time. My dad was in there. Man, a lot of Chad and two at a time. DJ Mimo, always. Karun, thank you, sir. Karen, thank you. Josh. And yeah, that's about Terry. Appreciate you. EWD Jr. Appreciate you.
Mauricio.
Huh?
Mauricio?
Mauricio. I'm sorry, Mauricio. Thank you, sir. Maybe a heel McIntyre in the Judgment Day. That's probably not a bad idea. I mean, I think they got to do something, but I don't know who or what. I don't. It's almost at a time where now it's breakup time in the WWE. Every faction is slowly breaking up. It's like where they come in droves, where they bring everybody together and then they break them up slowly as they go. So we'll see how it goes. Frankie, parting comments, sir.
Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I know today we're going up against Seth and Braun Breaker, so I figured a lot of you guys are going to be tuning in and out because obviously people want to see that fight as well. Maybe NXT is doing something right for the first time. I hope you guys enjoy my gimmicks. It only happens once a year, so I had to bring them out. I am a big wrestling fan, as you could tell. I collect a lot of stuff. I bring as much, and every day I'm trying to grow my my wall full of stuff. So not only do I collect wrestling, but like memorabilia of Dolphins and Panthers, Heat, anything just to keep building my wall. So I am gonna go and try to get a championship belt. Oh, the China doll, yes, sir. So, and my brother got one of those as well. He got the Eddie Guerrero one.
Oh, nice.
So apparently he told me that the Eddie Guerrero one comes with like a pin or something.
Yeah.
Dusty Rhodes. Yeah. So guys, don't forget to hit that like. Don't forget to follow me, Frezko Music, Frezko Music, MUSIC. On all social medias, IG, Twitter, Facebook. Dude Love. that's Big O right there. I could picture Big O looking like Dude Love. And again, I hope you guys enjoyed the show. We'll be back hopefully next week. And
it's so funny. I got a Finn Balor and a Drew McIntyre, and I swear the only thing they did was they did a goatee on Drew, and they just colored out the thing on the Finn Balor. They look the same.
Hey, did my brother's trying to get the Undertaker and Paul Bearer one. It comes like in a combo one. That one's nice. But have you gotten one that comes with a pin or no?
No, I don't think so. But I'm gonna tell you seriously. What I usually do is I go on there and I look for the cheapest ones, and I get from there. That's what I do. I got 6 of them back here. I paid like $22 for the 6 of them.
Wow, you get them really cheap. Where do you get them from?
Amazon.
Oh, okay. Because my brother, so you saw the Kenny Omega thing I bought? I bought it from GameStop. GameStop was the one that had the actual toy.
So there's your Finn Balor. You see him?
Yeah.
Drew McIntyre.
Looks exactly the same. Looks exactly the same. Same thing, just colored his beard. And not even his eyebrows, because his eyebrows look like the same. They look like the same eyebrows. It's crazy.
They got Finn doing the gun salute, and that's it.
That's funny. But yeah, also our shirts, Squared Circle Digest.
Yes, I got to get a couple of them out soon.
If you need any of them, hit me or actually Sean, either or.
Yep, no, definitely. Don't forget to follow us at Sean_Stanley11 for me. That's on all social media outlets. Frankie's got at Frezko Music. I know that's Instagram, right?
IG, Twitter, Facebook. I'm not on TikTok.
Oh, got to get on TikTok.
Nah.
Gotta get on TikTok. We'll be scissoring on TikTok.
What I am gonna do though? Oh, we gotta stay there. Yes. Sorry, part of the collision sign.
There it is.
But yeah, thanks for everything, guys, and don't forget to follow us and share. You know, our numbers have been doing pretty well. Hopefully, we could keep growing. And if you guys like my mask, let me know if I should wear it more often. I don't mind doing that. Actually,
like that in your other one. What was the other one you wore that one time? And everybody's like, our numbers went up. Danhausen, wasn't it?
Actually, yeah.
Where's your Danhausen one, man? It drew people here.
I have it somewhere.
Yeah, you gotta do it for Danhausen here.
I gotta bring some. I have all my masks. It's crazy. I really like the way the
Always.
pent. I like the pent. I like the one the way the
No,
penta
yeah,
one.
it looks nice, man. It looks good. Looks good. All right. So, in the words of the great Gordon Soley, so long from the sun, shine, state.